Hello everybody, this is Jekyll Gaming and today I want to present you the first operator. As you can see, I don't have unlocked all operators yet, but I thought we can begin with one operator and maybe I'll present each week 2 operators, and we want to start with Ash, not because of her nice looking. I want to start with her because I'm playing her really often, and I made a loadout based on the R4C assault rifle as primary weapon and the M45 as secondary weapon, and the standard gadget for me is the breach charge, because as Ash I want to play the role as door opener in all cases. As you know, I only can destroy the normal walls such as dry walls, wooden walls, and not the reinforced walls, therefore you need thermite. So let's have a look at the loadouts. You are able to choose between the G36C assault rifle, known in the German army, and the R4C assault rifle. And I decided to use the R4C because of its damage. As you can see, with all my attachments, my damage is at 37, and the G36C has only 4 damage points more. That is not very much, so I want to take the R4C with all my attachments. That's better in controlling the weapon. As you can see on the right side, the recoil pattern of the G36C is higher and broader than the R4C with all its attachments, and that by a cost of 4 damage points. The firing rate is at 860 bullets per minute. The G36C has 780, so that's slower. Mobility and capacity of the mag is the same. If we enter this gun, you see I always, and that's a first advice from my side, I always choose two sides. Weapons for close distance, I take the red dot side, and weapons with range, I want to use the ACOG. So the ACOG has a 2.5 times magnification for long distance, and that's perfect. The other 2 sides, I don't use them. The one with the triangle, I have no weapon feeling with this side, because the size of this triangle is so big that I cannot fire this. And I like the red dot side because the bullet goes where the red dot is. Easy and no big deal. The second attachment is the silenced barrel. I use the suppressor because I want the enemy not to know my position. When I play Ash, I have a distance grenade launcher, and I want them not to know me, where I am. The foregrip and the laser, I think these 2 are for every weapon important to have a better control over the weapon. Okay. The second weapon I'm using is the M45 Meusoc, or MEUSOC. Don't ask me what this is meaning, I don't know it. I take this handgun because it has a much more damage. As you can see, it has a damage of 50 compared with the USG with 38. So that was the main reason. You have lower capacity in the magazine, but for me that's not important, because all situations where I have to use the handgun, these are situations where I ran out of bullets with my assault rifle, and then I'm switching to the handgun and try to eliminate the enemy, and therefore 7 bullets are enough in 80% of the time. I don't want to reduce the damage of this gun, because when I'm using this gun the enemy already knows where I am, so a silencer or suppressor don't make sense. I only attach the laser to have a better hip fire. Okay, and the standard equipment for me is the breach charge, because smoke grenade I don't like them. I don't use them because I'm not only confusing the enemy, I'm confusing myself with bad thrown smoke grenades, and so I decided to play the role as wall breacher with Ash. Okay, and what you're not seeing here is Ash's specialty. It's the grenade launcher, and I think we look the operator's videos so that you see what I'm meaning.
When I was little, my Savta taught me that silence was a woman's best garment. But I have to admit, I never really took her advice to heart.
Yeah, pretty tough girl. Let's have a look at her style of play, and therefore we switch over to the shooting range on Hereford. Okay, we're in Hereford and we're standing on the shooting range, and we don't search for the biohazard container now. We want to see how our weapons are shooting, and therefore we switch to single fire, and I try to shoot all enemies between their eyes, so I'm focusing exactly between their eyes and fire one shot. Okay, I have to aim a little bit higher because of the eyes. And as you can see, it doesn't matter with single fire what distance we're shooting, it's always exact on the head, so there is no bullet drop. Okay, on single fire. Shooting on burst mode, there are 2 modes, one from the hip. This is medium distance, so from the hip it's pretty much luck if you hit something you want to hit. And firing in focused mode, you see the gun is going straight up, and this pretty in one line.
I'm out.
So if we try to pull down and focus this on one point, you have to pull your mouse or the controller, whatever you're playing with, and you can control this gun. Okay, that's important. So let's switch to the handgun, and with the handgun you see shooting between the eyes makes the same. If you aim between the eyes, as you can see here, the bullet goes slide up your iron sights.
15
Pretty
seconds left.
interesting is if you fire the gun,
10 seconds.
it doesn't spray out. As you can see, it's one hole. You
5
have to
seconds.
fire pretty fast to have a spray pattern.
We did not
And
secure
the
the
spray
biohazard
pattern
container in
always
time.
goes up.
Mission failed.
The second part we want to see is how the grenade launcher is working. Therefore we switch on the grenade launcher and we have the possibility to shoot it on the iron sights, with the iron sights, or with this normal crosshair. I don't know why this crosshair has this style. I don't know what it is meaning. Just aim in the middle and on a semi-distance as this, it's exactly in the middle of the crosshair, as you can see. And the same thing is if you're shooting on something higher, as it is often with Ash, it's always exactly in the middle. So no big deal with this gun. You can use it for breaching normal walls and barricades, and fortified barricades, but not reinforced walls. Reinforced walls are too strong for the grenade launcher. The second thing you can use this grenade launcher is if you have an open window or an open gate and you want to kill somebody behind his wall, you can shoot a grenade besides him to the ground and it will explode near him. So yeah.
Loading bag!
I think that are all details about Ash. So try to unlock her and play her. I think it's really cool playing her, and yeah. So this was my first introduction to Ash. I hope you had fun and see you soon. Your Jekyll.